about the danger of making plans and thinking that we know best without reference to God, and then taking into account what his ideas for us might be. But yet she stressed that making plans in itself wasn't a bad thing, but that we had to recognise that God might have other ideas and a better plan. And it occurred to me that this was echoed in our own journey down to Worthing, so I thought I'd share that in case it was useful to anyone. So about 2.5 years ago, we made plans to move here, and that involved making plans for a new home for us and a new job for me. And as we thought, the job had to come first, so I started working at that, but nothing arrived, and eventually we had to start looking for houses anyway. We found one, and we were able to buy it, but still no job was forthcoming, so that meant I had to leave my old job without finding a new one here first, and that ended up being about 6 weeks after we had sold our own home. So in that time I moved in with my brother. Now the background to all this, myself and my brother and our families had been concerned about the health of my mum and dad up in Leicester, but we hadn't had really been able to get to working out a plan for how we could help them. But now we were thrust together in the same house, and we finally had this opportunity to talk to each other and talk to them and make a plan for them to move to Worthing as well. So this we did, and then I moved down. When I arrived here, I started working really hard at finding a job, but still nothing came, which is kind of frustrating and scary. But then my dad fell ill, but because I didn't have a job, I was able to jump in the car, shoot up to Leicester, and together with my brother spend about best part of a month up there looking after them until they were able to move down as well. Now by this time we were running out of money ourselves, and at the same time I was then offered a job, or offered the chance of applying for a job with Link to Hope, which I got. But at the time, had this occurred say 2 months earlier, I'd have probably turned it down, because it was a lot less money than we'd been living on before, and that wasn't always easy. But I now had no choice. But in fact, it turned out to be exactly the right thing. It was enough, and it was exactly the right sort of job, exactly the sort of job that, in many ways, we've been praying for me for years. So we made plans back in 2016. We made plans, and we did give them to God, but they didn't work out. But precisely because of that, my mum is now in a place where she'll be safe and secure for the rest of her life, and I have a job that I love. And we had to take responsibility for that and work really hard at it. But God had a better plan, and thankfully he brought it about.